So what do you guys think about Christian dating apps? What do you all think about that? What are you guys' opinions on Christian dating apps? Some people do it. Some people enjoy it. I've heard. But I just want to ask you guys about that. So this is my opinion. My opinion is, I feel like just because it says Christian dating apps does not make the risk any less possible. It's just like a dating app, except that it just says Christian dating app. And the risks are exactly the same. Not only that, how hard is it for somebody to get on there and say that they're Christian and check off all the boxes to say, yes, I'm this type of a person? So whether it's Christian or you're just doing a regular dating app, I think it has the same kind of risk. I mean, right off the back, in my opinion, I don't know what that noise is on my car. I must have something in the door on the opposite side. I hate that rattling noise. Right off the top, guys, with dating apps, you're pretty much saying you're open. That's just my opinion. I'm open. I'm available. I'm looking. That's what is there. Okay. And this may work for some men, but I think women are, particularly women, are very vulnerable to many different characters and many types of people. Because one thing is, you're saying right off the top, I'm available. You're sort of putting yourself in a window, like, you go in a store and see a shoe in the window. It's for sale. Not saying it exactly like that for you guys, but you're available. And you're looking for whoever will meet your criteria. But the thing is, you're willing to be looked at by not just one, but many possible men. Many possible men are going to come and look at you. You may say, I want this particular guy. You may put in, and even men do that too. But let's talk about the women. You say, I want this particular guy. I want him to have this. And then based on what you choose and what you say, if at all, sometimes you're just saying just for fun, I guess. But these type of men are going to start looking at your profile and reaching out to you. But the thing is, there's not just one guy here that you're getting to know specifically. You're saying you're willing to kind of put yourself out there to several men, and at which point you kind of go through the pickings to see which one fits you the most. And you're going to have to date one, and then if that doesn't work, then you go to the next one and the next one. And ultimately, in my opinion, it's, I don't know, it's just not something that I would want to do. That's just my opinion. Simply for the process, simply for the fact that you have no room to be like, oh, well, you're modest and you're this. No, you might be modest, but one thing is clear. You want to put yourself out there online to a possible, to men to look at you and select and decide if they want to see you or not. Because truly, you are waiting to be picked. You will choose at the end, but you first put yourself out there. And I feel like that devalues women. That's me. Men can do the same thing, put themselves out there, but it's just different for men. I'm not saying it's the right thing. He can say, I want this type of woman and whatever, but any person could come up there and pretend to be something that she is not. especially when you're saying Christian. So now they're going to put all these different things in to fit the profile of what they believe a Christian man or Christian woman should be. And they're going to pretend to be that way until you get to know them. And sometimes, men, you can be put yourself in danger meeting certain kind of women, because there's some women that they get on these dating apps and they already have somebody in their life. But they'll say, let's meet. But when you go there, she has her boyfriend or whoever she's working with, and you can get set up. You can find yourself in a situation where false allegations are being made against you because you met up with someone who specializes in filing false lawsuits and allegations and getting settlements. And she's going to be able to do this with a specific type of man because she's going to pick a certain demographic, a certain type of man, while probably putting up a profile that's not truly her own background. So there's just a lot of things. And overall, I think too that there's some people that say, oh, we met and we got married and blah, blah, blah. I guess. But in my opinion, I believe those are rare occasions. And sometimes they're not sharing with you the dark side of what went down before they got to a place of being able to get along. And then there are other people, they really meet someone nice on there and it works out. But in my opinion, I feel like those are the exceptions and not the rule. I feel like in those cases where someone really meets a genuine Christian man, a genuine Christian woman, it's by the grace of God that this happens, but it is not necessarily the standard to say, okay, guys, you go on out there. I believe in waiting on the Lord. I believe it. I believe it. And somebody said, well, you got to be proactive. Well, yes, if someone asks you out and you're interested in them and all checks out with you, then yes, you need to say yes. You need to say, yes, we can meet for coffee. Yes, we can meet here. Yes, we can talk. But I believe God can orchestrate your steps. I believe that when somebody is going out there looking for a man, specifically, especially a woman, a lot of times people are getting tired of waiting. And when you're tired of waiting and you're feeling, oh, I need to go do something, that's the problem right there. You're tired of being alone. You're tired of this. If you're tired, you're going to make tired decisions. If you're tired of somebody, I was looking at a dust storm or something. You can say, I'm tired of this and I'm tired of that. And that right there is the point. You're at this breaking point, and it drives people to, okay, I'm just going to take this in my hand. God, I'm tired of waiting. I'm not waiting on anyone. But sometimes the reason why you have to wait is because you still have things within you. Sometimes if your spouse and whoever you're supposed to be with is not there at the moment, then there's a reason why. And you need to trust God, because you can't miss him. You can't miss her. They're going to come at the appointed time, but sometimes there's still things in you. Sometimes you're not going to meet that person because you're busy dating and getting to know and making connections with other people. You know what I'm saying? And other times, guys, you may have some things in your life that you still have to deal with. Certain ways, certain behaviors, and God cannot bring someone in your life. Sometimes you still have connections, people in your life. You have several different men that you're talking to. You have this one who's a fixer-upper. You have, meaning, you know, if you need him to put something up, he'll come over and do this. Then you have another person that you talk to, and you guys talk together, and he makes you laugh. And then you have this one for this and that and the other. And so, guys, sometimes that is the reason why you're not going to find that person. Because you're not single. You're single, but you're not single. You can be single in plural at the same time. Because you're by yourself, but you are split. And pieces of you are with this person and that person and the next person. And that can be, one of the reasons why God is not allowing you to be with anyone at the moment. It really can be. So, another thing, I think it just can be very dangerous. You may say, well, it's dangerous any other way. It's people that's dangerous in the world. Yes, but dangerous people know, if there's a place that dangerous people know that they can meet people easily, they can go on these dating sites. They can go on these dating apps easily. They don't have to go too far. Just go on here. People are literally going to come to me. I don't have to approach anyone like, hey, this person is saying I'm open, I'm available, I want to meet you. Oh, that is just easy for a serial killer or someone who is extremely dangerous. It really is. So guys, some people may say they've never had this happen to them. No, I've never had that happen. Good for you. I think that's a good thing. But that's my opinion. I believe and I know that God is able. And anything that God has for us, it will come in due time and in due season. And anything that we go with and we create and make, as the Bible talks about Ishmael. Ishmael, it wasn't Ishmael's fault to have been born in that situation. A lot of times people say, you're an Ishmael, and I have used it as well. But I use it in the sense of not that Ishmael was a bad person, but when we try to rush God, it can be disastrous. All right, guys?